Hey everyone, it's Skyla. Welcome back to the channel. How are you all doing? I hope you're doing very well. This is your first of 3 videos today. So yeah, it's actually day 7.1 of 31 days of Listmas. And we're starting off with the 80s. So top 10. This is top 10 of my favourite 1980s movies. So, yeah. So we're starting off with number 10. We're going to 1988. And this is a very special movie, near and dear to my heart. Because I absolutely love this movie. It's amazing. And it has Kim Basinger in it. Is it Kim Basinger? Yeah, Kim Basinger and Dan Aykroyd. Yeah, thinking. And it's My Stepmother is an Alien. Yes, that little classic underrated gem from the late 80s. Yeah, we're going there. If you don't know the story behind it, basically Kim Basinger's character comes in a spaceship down to Earth, and her purse is like a little alien and it talks to her. Yep, that movie. Yeah, it's just been so long since I watched it, but I still remember bits from the movie. So yeah, 9, we're off to 1984. And this stars, let me see. If I'm wrong, you can put the comments down below to quote me right. But I know for a fact this movie stars Eddie Murphy, and I'm sure that's why I'm saying this is for this part. Do not quote me. Well, like, you can comment, and I think it's Judge. Is it Judge Reinhold or Reinheld or it's something like that. He's got a weird name, and he's with him. But I know he was also in another movie as well, and I can't remember the movie for the life of me. But anyway, I have a feeling he was in Beverly Hills Cop. So yeah, Beverly Hills Cop from 1984 is my number 9 pick. So, number 8, 1986. Here we go for the list. We've got The Tonga Kid, we've got Afa and Sika, Captain Lou Albano, Dirk Benedict, Tanya Roberts, and the late great Roddy Piper. And there was cameos with Sergeant, was it Sergeant? I don't know if, don't quote me on that, but I don't think Sergeant Slaughter was in it as a cameo, but I know Ric Flair was in it. Sheikh Abdul Bashir, someone else as well, Bruno Sammartino. So yeah, that classic movie from 1986, Body Slam. Don't get me started on the little lingo, the little song, because I'll start singing it, because I can't get that tune out of my head. So yeah, yeah. So 7 takes us to 1989. Stars Robin Lively. Oh, I've forgotten her name. The little lady, the beautiful little lady. So I'll say, I know she's no longer with us, but she was like Madame. Oh, what was her name? She was like the little fortune teller, like the little witch. And she said to Robin Lively that you can have special powers and all that with this amulet. So yeah, Teen Witch, proper high school movie, which I love. 6, an absolute classic from 1985, and it stars, what's his name? I know it's Dudley Moore's in it. I think it's David Huddlefield or Hubblefield. He was the I think he was Santa Claus himself. But I'm picturing it, but I'm just not picturing the actor who played him. But I know that's, and then the evil guy's name. You see him in a lot of films. He was in a TV series as well. Like, I just can't remember his name. But once I tell you the movie, you might go, oh yeah, he was in it. He was the bad guy. Yeah, and that guy was Santa Claus, and yeah. But anyway, I'm on about Santa Claus the movie, the one from the 80s, not the Santa Claus with Tim Allen. There's two different completely movies, but I love this one, the Santa Claus the movie. So that's 6, 5, 1988. Starting again, Rowdy Roddy Piper in one of the best fight scenes I've ever seen in a freaking movie. So thank you, John Carpenter. You are an absolute legend for allowing this fight scene to be put in a movie. Of course, I am on about They Live. I can't remember that. I think it's Keith something. I get the name Keith, who was the other guy that had the fight with Piper in one of the best fight sequences. Full on fight sequence in a movie. It blows my mind. I love it. And it's so underrated, but I'm so glad that now people are getting to see it, because that movie is phenomenal. And I've not seen a movie like that since. And please, 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 all you directors out there, do not ever remake They Live, because it belongs to John Carpenter. That's his gem of a movie. So 4 happens to be one of my favourite movies of the 1980s. I love this movie. It is actually based off a true story. Or true story, true events. I have actually reviewed this movie before, from 1988, and I know David Carradine is in this movie, being a little bastard of a drug dealer. Yeah. So, I'm on about Tropical Snow, and basically the backstory to this, for people that don't know, is basically David Carradine's character gets this girl, the guy and girl, to take drugs over to, I think it's either Miami or New York, and they put them in little like balloons or something, and they have to swallow them. So basically they've got drugs inside themselves and they're taking them across. So basically what happens is they both get caught at the border, and yeah, so they both get caught at the border, and well, she gets caught, he's staying behind, and he was supposed to have gone on ahead basically, and they end up both being caught. He unfortunately, something happens to him and she goes to jail. That's the whole concept of the story, but I love it. It's another movie that's underrated as well, and I think they were in Colombia as well, but don't quote me on that one. So 3, I have 2 movies on this list, both with the same main character, and that's Mickey Rourke. And let's talk about the one from 1986, first, because the other character is Kim Basinger in one of her revealing erotic roles I've ever seen, and I've just got a few words for you. Ice cubes sitting by a fridge door, and basically just leave nothing to the imagination. And I'm talking about 9.5 weeks. Yes. And then there's other food things that happen, and yeah, it's OMG. I would put this movie on. That's what I'll say, because if you didn't lip read, I said the F-bomb. Love this movie, basically. Yeah, because I do. And of course, the other movie that also stars Mickey Rourke is from 1989. Sort of the same premise, but I think it's a bit more low-key. 9.5 weeks was here. Wild Orchid is about here, if that makes sense. It's still kind of kinky. These are like your earlier movies. If you've seen the movie 50 Shades of Grey, this is like a step above 50 Shades of Grey, especially when you talk about 9.5 weeks. So, yeah, and that's all I'll say. Yep, that's all I've got to say about that. So 2 is also 1989, and that's Big Man on Campus. This is your classic comedy from the 80s. Oh my goodness, what's his name? He plays Bob Maluga. Luga. And he goes, 1 Maluga, 4 Lugas. It was just funny. And he goes, Cafe Maluga, Luga, Cafe Maluga. That's the one that, it's just a classic movie. And obviously there's other characters in this. Cafe, he's infatuated with, but Caffey's got a boyfriend called Alex, and he's got like a project to do, and then he's assigned to look after Bob. And then you've got Diane, who's got a bit of a crush on Bob. It's fun. It's classic 80s. It's fun. It's a comedy, and I love it. So, number 1, Top of the Shops. There's 2 movies for my number 1 of my top 10 of my favourite 1980s movies. So first off, we're going Tom Hanks and Elizabeth Banks. Is it Elizabeth? Oh, Elizabeth Perkins. That's her name, Elizabeth Perkins. Redeem myself in Big. And would have to be literally equal one of my favourite 80s movies of all time. And I'll talk about the second one in a second, because the second one holds a special place in my heart. And all I'll say is the piano scene. You know it, when he goes, this is my fingers reloading as the feet. You know what I mean. If you've seen it, you know. So, also my number 1, in 1980, when I said this movie has a special place in my heart. Very rare I get to go to locations where movies are being filmed, and where this was filmed, it took my breath away. Malika Bay. It's in Malika in Malta. Oh wow. Try not to get emotional. Yep. They call it Popeye Village, but it's actually the actual set where Popeye was filmed. And the stuff that you see in the set where you see is still the original items that are there from the movie. I mean, it still blows me away that I've actually been to where Popeye has been filmed, and this stars the late great Robin Williams and the absolute phenomenal late great Shelley Duvall as obviously Popeye and Olive Oyl, and to me they are Popeye and Olive Oyl. I don't think anybody else could fill Robin Williams' shoes as Popeye. Never ever, in my opinion. And yeah, and that's why Popeye holds a special place in my heart, because I've not just seen the movie many times, but I've been to where it was filmed many times, and now they use that for people to come and see. You can actually sit on stuff, you can sit on the chair, sit on the bed, and there's no restriction for you to do that. You can take plenty of pictures. I filmed it. I think it's beautiful. Obviously I got shouted at by the Popeye that was the animation. There he goes, don't film, we're filming. But it was fun how I was on that movie for like 7 minutes in Popeye Village, just handing the spinach to Popeye. That was funny, years and years ago. But like, as a whole, to see just that whole movie just based up on Popeye Village, it's just phenomenal, and that's why Popeye holds a special place in my heart, and it's always going to be one of my favourite movies of all time, and not just of the 80s. So yeah, 10 from 1988, My Stepmother's an Alien. 9 from 1984, Beverly Hills Cop. 8 from 1986, Body Slam. 7 from 1989, Teen Witch. 6 from 1985, Santa Claus the Movie. 5 from 1988, They Live. 4 also from 1988 is Tropical Snow. 3, I have 2 entries. One is from 1989, and that's Wild Orchids, and the other one is from 1986, and that's 9.5 Weeks. 2, 1989, Big Man on Campus, and number 1 is my equal number 1 with Big from 1988 and Popeye from 1980. So that is your 7.1 of 31 days of Listmas. I still got 2 to go. So 7.2 clue is 70s. So yes, we're doing 70s next. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Turn that notification bell on. You'll get a brand new video from me very soon. So yeah, stay gaudy and have unpleasant dreams. I will see you all in the next video, which you'll see that in a few hours. Ciao, bye.